Hello everyone and welcome to another Modswell video. I am your host Maxwell. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pretty huge mod known as Interesting NPCs. In fact, this mod is so huge that getting it and the main files will set you back a pretty extreme 2,622 megabytes, which on Xbox is over half of the reserve space. However, I am here to tell you there are alternate ways to download this mod, quite a few in fact, and they will save you reasonable to massive amounts of space. It genuinely feels so weird to start off with the size information because I usually end there, but I believe in this instance it's going to be the largest stumbling block for us on console. If you're on PC, you may want to skip this part unless you're enjoying reveling in our pain. I will also leave a few moments with me being silent so you can actually hear the NPC's dialogue for yourself to see if it's something that you'd be interested in. Let's start with the main file. This one is needed in every possible variation of how you can play this mod. This is a master file, meaning it's going to bounce straight to the top of your order. This file is going to cost you 906.7 megabytes. What really starts to ramp up that cost though is part 1 and 2 of the voice packs. These are required to give, well, voices to the NPCs. They wouldn't be very interesting without them, would they? Part 1 will cost you 953.7 megabytes and part 2 is 762.4 megabytes. That comes in at a combined total of 2,622 megabytes. As I've already alluded to, for you PC players this is a total non-issue. Definitely use this as the setup because that's how you get the most out of the NPCs. The voice files come with some custom voice work for each NPC to make them feel less like clones to the vanilla characters. But I am here to say there is another way for Xbox players to get this mod working in a more than acceptable way. Another option over the voice files is to download the vanilla voice types mod. This is only going to cost you an extra 150 megabytes, combining for a total of 1,056.7 megabytes, saving you 1,565 megabytes, and still getting a great experience. Alternatively, you could run the main file alone, but be warned, many of the NPCs won't have their voice lines, merely subtitles, which will ruin the immersion on a mod designed for exactly that. So, I know it feels backwards to talk about the sizes and difference between possible setups first, but I wanted to get the bad news out of the way earlier, because this is an extremely good mod. Now that all the admin information's out the way, let's talk about what this mod actually does. The mod covers some interesting aspects, so I'll break down exactly what you'll be getting. Over 250 brand new NPCs scattered across the world, 50 new quests linked to the NPCs, meaning talking to them can lead to new adventures, 25 new followers with custom dialogue, situational awareness and usable skills, as well as over 15 new marriable characters with dialogue to match your new relationships.
Some of the miners brought back some real stubborn pieces of ore. It'll take some extra care to turn them into proper weapons.
Potion. Have you come to taste my potions and ingredients? I came because I heard a rumor that the Jarl's chef was a friend of the gourmet. I wished for him to set up a culinary duel where I would be declared once and for all the finest chef in all of Tamriel. But
Interesting NPCs started off as a project to add in a bunch of new followers with more depth than your average NPCs. Over time, the goal shifted into a mod with hundreds of new NPCs with custom voice work and detailed dialogue trees. The idea behind this was to add so much extra realism to a world devoid of proper AI, real feeling NPCs, and more population to the world. This mod nearly doubles the amount of voice lines in the game too, with vanilla holding 44,000, and this mod has an exceptional 40,000 new lines recorded by 80 voice actors. Well, I guess that's true dependent on which setup you went for, but even with the vanilla voice lines used to save space, the actual dialogue increases make this mod breathe new life into the world, and I have to say, it definitely works to improve the feel of the game. From my point of view, these have been seamlessly added into the game to the degree that they feel like they were always meant to be there. The level of work that has gone into this mod is completely off of the charts. The kind of thing that should catch the attention of developers after a good crew. How the NPCs have been integrated helps to negate some of the issues that you can expect with a mod of this magnitude as well. Usually I avoid the mods that add in too many NPCs, but because this focuses across the map, you'll find the spread helps to remove a lot of those issues. I'd liken this to the Populated series, however the NPCs themselves far outweigh what has been done there, admittedly for a much larger cost. But in that cost you will find the difference. With Populated, you may get a few lines of generic dialogue which is repeated by that NPC every time you talk to them. And with AI and relationship based mods on, those NPCs didn't feel very well rounded. In the case of the Interesting NPCs, you would need to improve the AI on the vanilla characters just so they don't stand out in the inverse way. I actually get asked a lot about what kind of immersion mods and AI mods really make a difference. I'm a fan of immersive citizens, but generally, I side with AI Overhaul due to its continued development and lighter scripting. And whilst I enjoy immersion based mods, especially in the survival category, let's be honest, making a video with those in is actually exceptionally difficult. All the extra legwork I would need to do in each and every spot is just very frustrating. That being said, a mod like this will easily slot into sensible orders. By this I mean if you've managed to balance the order and thought about spawn count, NPC count, world edits, scripts, and all those fun things that make the game engine cry. If you've given good consideration to those, then this can slide right into your order without causing problems. But let's say you haven't. You want the be-all and end-all game, how Bethesda should have made it. Then I'll be honest, during my testing I did hit some troubles. I tried a silly order and let's say this was the final nail in the coffin. It isn't particularly light, but it is optimized well enough to give you a good experience. I mention all of this for two reasons. The first is that I know people will want to play with this mod. The second is I'm making a how your game should have been order. I imagine it won't be the slickest or smoothest of my orders, but it probably will be the most fun. With this in mind, Interesting NPCs does have to be a part of it. Interesting NPCs has reinvigorated my desire to travel to different spots in the game just to see what's happening. It's made me want to find and complete all 50 of the quests. It's made the world feel like there is life beyond monsters, bandits and other enemy types. Towns look better, cities are more real, and the roads have people travelling them. So do I think you should use this mod? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I think this mod will fit into every order? Absolutely not. But that is a sad thought for me, because it should. This is arguably the best mod to come to console in some time. Whilst not as adventurous as say Worm's Tooth, I still class this as a DLC mod, not just for its size, but for its implementation, new questing, and a whole bunch more reasons. Okay, I have definitely gone on for long enough. I've covered how you can use it, how it plays, its size, my thoughts, but now I want to hear from you. Anyone who's used this mod, I would love to see your thoughts in the comments section to help with people's decisions on if the price is worth the result. I'd also love to see what mods you think would go alongside this perfectly. I have left a link to my orders, which currently holds my first draft of how Skyrim should have been. Feel free to take a look at that and my other load orders and give any suggestions that you would like. And on that, I am going to call it. I have about 40 more quests to find and complete with this mod. You'll find links to the mod, as well as links to useful resources, such as my Discord server and the Skyrim Xbox mod subreddit, where you'll be able to get plenty of modding help, and of course talk to me, as I'm usually around in both. I've also left a link to all of my orders contained in my LLO spreadsheet, and finally a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page, which is like Patreon but hopefully friendlier, no pressure on donations at all though. If this has been helpful, I'd really appreciate those likes, comments, and of course subscriptions. They really help push my work out further with YouTube's algorithm. But either way, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.